Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with making more D&D characters. And today we are going to move on to the class of Bard. My plan so far to go through each class and based off of my opinion choose the best race to go with that class. It's all my opinion. You can do it please. This is based off kind of like bonuses and stuff and just what I think works. And so we're gonna start with the Tiefling Bard for this one. So for their intelligence, they get a +1, and their charisma is a +2. So we have those to think about when we place all of our stats. They have a base speed of 30 feet. And they do have dark vision. And special trait from the Tiefling. So it's 60 feet of dark vision. And then we have hellish resistance. And that is because tieflings are like an infernal kind of race. They are touched by infernal beings, which are devils or demons. I don't remember. There's so many different ones. It's hard to remember which one it is. It's either devils or demons. Whichever one is infernal, it's that one. So they have resistance to fire damage. So whenever you take fire damage, you take half of that because you're resistant. And then you have Infernal Legacy. I spelled that wrong, that's fine. And this gives you a bunch of spells. So starting your thaumaturgy. This can make your voice sound really loud. You can start a fire, like a small campfire, light a bunch of candles, and also put out both options there. Once you reach 3rd level, you get Hellish Rebuke. That is a... oh, I put a pound sign instead of a 3. Hellish Rebuke is basically when you get hit by an attack, you can use your reaction, which you have one every round. You can use your reaction to cause damage to whoever hit you as a reaction. So you can do your Hellish Rebuke once a day at 2nd level. And 5th level. 5th, I did it again. 5th level. You get the spell Darkness. And you also get that once per day. Now your charisma is your spell for this. Your like spell ability. Bards use, I believe I should probably check the intelligence, but I don't know. Oh no, it is charisma. Okay, cool. Then it doesn't matter. What am I thinking? Intelligence? Yes, bards use charisma. No, it's fine. Unless they don't listen to me, but kind of why you're here. It's fine. And then your languages are common and infernal. Those are the ones you get as a tiefling if your background or your give you more. Talking about background, since we're doing a bard, I feel like we'll probably do the entertainer background. Because that, works the best, because that's what they do. They entertain. So for the entertainer, we get the skill proficiencies of acrobatics and performance. Those are very important. And then we also get, let's see, disguise kit. Oh, we want to put that up here. Disguise kit. We are proficient in it, and it would most likely use charisma because that's, you're trying to just deceive people. So I'm gonna put that as charisma. You can change it depending on what your DM says. And then you also get a full instrument. I cannot spell today. So let's see. Also get a feature called by popular demand. This a background feature by popular demand. And let's entertainer. So here you can, it's basically just telling you that as long as you're like in a city or like wherever you are, you can basically find, it's like you can find places to perform and they'll let you hide that just because we don't. And then we just have the personality and stuff. So we're gonna move on. So now we're gonna do our stats here. So we want charisma and then dexterity. So I'm actually gonna put our 13 in charisma to make it a 15. And then I'm gonna make our dexterity a 15. And then we will use the 14 for constitution. So that gives us 3 stats with a +2. And then, let's see, give ourselves a 12 in strength. That gives us an average strength for an adventurer. And then, we'll put our 8 in wisdom. And then their intelligence will be 11 because of the +1. So there we go. So that's all of our scores. Hit points is 8 plus our constitution, which is 2. So our first level bard has 10 hit points. So then we get armor. They get light armor. And then they get weapon. They get simple. They also get hand crossbow. Long sword. And rapier. And short sword. Those are the weapons that they get. And then have our saving throws. And we also get other musical instruments. We can choose 3. So we have 4 total musical instruments. Which you get, there's like drums, flute, lute, pan flute, lyre. I believe that's how you pronounce it. There's an entire list that you can choose from. And then we want to choose, in most classes you have like a list of skills that you can choose from. Bards are different. You can just choose any 3 that you want. So for a bard, we're gonna do deception. Should probably do persuasion. And what's another good one? We can do intimidation. Those are good. Basically we have all of our charisma, I believe. Charisma. Yeah, that makes us proficient in all of our charisma stats. Ooh, that gives a passive perception of 9. That is perfectly fine. With that -1. That's fine. Bards don't need to be perceptive. They just go with the flow, I guess. So then we get some starting equipment. Go here. And we get to choose a rapier, a longsword, or a simple weapon. Do a rapier for now. Put these in. There's our rapier. And then we get a diplomat's pack or an entertainer. I don't know what's in the diplomat. This will tell us. A chest, case of maps and scrolls, a set of fine clothes, bottle of ink, ink pen, lamp, flask of oil, 5 sheets of paper, a vial of perfume, sealing wax, and soap. And then entertainer gives us backpack, bedroll, costume, candles, rations, water skin, and just yeah, we definitely want the entertainer. You know, they travel, and so I mean, you can always buy the rations, but I feel like the entertainer works better. So you can have a lute or any other musical instrument, so whatever you choose. We'll just put a flute for now. You might be able to hear my cats behind me. You can. I see this, so we'll just do flute for now. And then we get leather armor. And we also get dagger, which is nice. So there we go. There's all of our stuff there. We also get spell casting as a bard, which is fun. Go into our spells. Should all be set up. So our spell save DC is a 12 right now, which is fine. We get to know 2 cantrips from the bard spell list, which you can find in the back of the player's handbook. I want to say it's like chapter 9 spells. So we want to find some good cantrips. You only get to know 2, so we want to be careful. And we get we have thaumaturgy, so don't need to choose that one. Oh, you don't even get that one as a bard. Never mind. So what we want to do, get the spell list. Check what page, the entire list. It is page 207. Oh, it's chapter 11. That was close. Let's see. So Blade Ward, Dancing Lights, Friends, Light, Mage Hand, Mending, Message, Minor Illusion, Prestidigitation, True Strike, and Vicious Mockery. I would definitely recommend Message. That is very handy, even though it's only for a short distance. For now. So you point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. So it's only within 120 feet, but it is a very nice spell to have at the beginning. And then Vicious Mockery is always fun. I can't spell, even though I have it right here. Vicious Mockery. And Vicious Mockery does some damage. So it's a wisdom save, and then they take a d4. I believe it's supposed to add a bonus to that. Let me make sure. Sometimes... Oh no, I think because it's a cantrip. I'm not a spellcaster in my games. So, the spellcasting is weird. I'm just gonna accept the fact that that is just a d4. I believe cantrips are just the number, and then, like, higher spells do damage. The bonus. So we get to know 4 4 spells of first level. So this is the fun part, is trying to decide on all these spells. I won't add them all in here. Thunder Wave is definitely a good one. Actually, I will. I'll just put in the ones that I kind of think are good ones. Thunder Wave is nice. Do not be fooled. Thunder Wave, you don't have to be in the middle of the Thunder Wave. It's a 15-foot square, or like a 3x3 square on your grid, and you have to be on one of its sides. So it's next to you. So you can position it around your allies, and your allies don't have to be in it for you to hit other people. There was a time where we thought that he had to be, like, the bard had to be in the middle and it came from there, but that is not true. So Thunderwave is a good one. Cautious Hideous Laughter also does some damage. Fairy Fire can be nice. That does give your everyone advantage on hitting the target because it lights them up. So it gives you advantage on hits. And that's especially helpful when you're in a situation that gives you disadvantage, because then it's just canceled out and it's a normal roll anyway. Dissonant Whispers is another one that does some damage if you want. I cannot spell it. Oh, it might not be in the compendium. Yeah, it looks like it's not in this compendium. That's fine. But Dissonant Whispers does 3d6 psychic damage. So that's a good one. Also, Cure Wounds is a good one. You know, get some healing in there. If you want healing, Cure Wounds is good, or Healing Word. Cure Wounds, you have to touch the person. Healing Word, you can be, I believe it's like within 60 feet. We can look. Healing Word. It's a bonus action. Yeah, 60 feet. So you just have to be within 60 feet of the person, and you can get them up. It's only, what is it, a d4 plus spellcasting? It's only d4, but that's enough to get someone up and reset their death saves, so it might not keep them up for long, or keep them up long enough for them to also heal themselves. You can also do healing. That's also a good option. There are a few options. It depends. Yeah, it really just depends on what you want to do. And for spells, attacks, efficiencies. We have our Bardic Inspiration. You can inspire others through stirring words or music. To do so, use a bonus action on your turn to choose one target other than yourself within 60 feet who can hear you, and they gain 1 Bardic Inspiration of a D. So that is starting at first level. As you gain levels, it'll slowly go up in the die. Bardic in Sean. And that is a class feat from the Bard. Fix these. Yeah, so it's a d6. They have 10 minutes to use it. When they can roll, the creature can roll the die and add the number to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It can wait till after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the inspiration die. Before the DM says whether it succeeds or fails. So if you roll low and you're like, ooh, I don't know if that hits, you can roll your d6 and hopefully you can get up there. But can't do it after the DM says you miss. Your bardic inspiration die changes when you reach certain levels. The die becomes a d8 at 5, d10 at 10, and d12 at 15. Yeah, that's everything for the bard. Now for tieflings, their names. Now we can move back to tiefling. So tieflings' names, they can have like a normal name, and then they also have a virtue name. So let's give her the name Reita. Give her Reita. That is her name. Her virtue name, on the other hand, could be anything like art, chant, despair, excellence, glory, music, poetry, quest, sorrow, those kind of things. So we'll give her music as her virtue name. And she is our Tiefling Bard. I go with Chaotic Good because, in my opinion, that's my favorite. It's really, Chaotic Good is kind of like Robin Hood, so you can do good things, but it's kind of like you make up the rules. Like, you're gonna do what's best for the people that you're helping. I tend not to do lawful just because most people I've met that played lawful were very rude. They're very rude about the way that they play lawful people. And that could just be, I just don't agree with that. But yeah. So that is everything for our Tiefling Bard. Yeah. You have all this fun stuff and spells to go with. Obviously, up to you what you want to do. Yeah. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if you would like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!